What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome on in. It's 1TS Daily live right here at One True Sport. Happy Friday, November 15th, 2024. That's wild. A couple weeks here until Thanksgiving, a week until Full Gear. Survivor Series is right a little bit further after that. It's a lot happening. Thanks so much for being here. I'm Zack Heydorn, your host from Brass Ring Media and from Sports Illustrated. Pumped to be here today. Wrapping up our week here with 1TS Daily at One True Sport. Hello, if you're watching on YouTube. Thanks so much for being here. Do me a favor. If you're watching on YouTube right now, hit like. Just right now. Just do it. Bang. Hit like. Helps us out big time as we try to grow the show. And as we work to get in front of more eyes and in front of more people and try to get a little bit bigger with this thing. Because we believe in what we're doing here, not just with the show, but with One True Sport in general. So jump on that and hit like. Hello to you if you're watching on Twitter. Thanks for being here. And if you're catching us on Twitter and you haven't checked us out on YouTube, head over to One True Sport and subscribe. We're live with this show every day, 11 Eastern, talking the news of the day in pro wrestling. And we got so much else going on at the channel, though. So, don't miss it. Subscribe. And thank you for watching on Twitter, though, too. Don't get me wrong. We appreciate that. And you can like it there in your own way. Please do that, too. But, hey, check us out on YouTube. I think you'll be happy that you did. We got lots of cool content going up there on a regular basis. I have the live chat open right now. And so if you want to get in there and you want to bring up a topic that you want us to discuss on the show today or make a comment of some kind on what we're already talking about, I encourage you to do that. It's the best part of the show. It's why I look forward to hitting record on this show every single day, because I just love going back and forth with you guys. I love hearing your feedback and love hearing your topics. Sometimes you guys pick just the best topics to talk about. So if you have something that you want to hear about or that you want to just ask a question about, ask me about, ask the show about, please do. And we'll get to it. We got Michael in the chat right now, just saying 100% to take it a listening. And I see your topic there, Michael. We'll get into it in a minute. I also have super chats are open. A lot of times our topics here in the live chat there's a lot of them and we can't get to all of them. If you put in a super chat, if you're able to do that and make a contribution to the show that way, we will make sure that it gets read and addressed on the air, whether it's a comment or a question. So if you can do that, great. It helps us out. I thank you in advance. Cool. All right. So this is the agenda for today. We're going to go over some news nuggets that have hit. We're going to take whatever topics we have in the live chat, and then we will preview tonight's episode of Smackdown, which is shaping up to be, I think, a pretty good one. So let's start with Michael's topic first here, and he brings up a simple topic, but an important one. Royal Rumble ticket prices. They're insane. I mean, there's no two ways about it. Like, they're absolutely insane. Here, I'll go on Ticketmaster right now as I'm on the air here, and we'll see exactly what the prices are for a single ticket to the Royal Rumble. Typing it in here. And this is as of this morning. I checked last night, and they were still insane. So I don't want. Maybe they changed. Maybe the ticket prices changed. So I don't want to jump in yet with totally ragging on them, because maybe they went down. But right now, let's see what we got here. So right now, you can get like the highest of high level tickets at the tip top, kind of like behind the stage. All right, behind the stage, and some stuff on the side of the stage. Okay, you can get for $125 on Ticketmaster, so face value. All right, so that's that. Now, as soon as you drop down a level, and I'm talking like one level. So that's the nosebleeds, one level down. They're $600 right now. $600. Okay. If you take it further and you go down a further level than that, $1,600. And then if you're actually right now, you can get a floor ticket for $1,200, and that's less than like one of the first rows, like in the actual seats. So just, I mean, insane prices. Now, I think WWE needs to watch this, and they need to be careful here. I wrote a column for Brass Ring Media. It's up now. It went on in our newsletter a couple weeks ago after WrestleMania tickets went on sale. That you got to be careful about what you want these events to turn into as a company. And I was talking about the WrestleMania ticket prices, which were in the thousands for the cheapest seats in Las Vegas next year. And when you have ticket prices priced at that level, you inherently price fans out of it. I mean, especially when you're asking people to fly in, and that's such a big part of WrestleMania. It's not just the wrestling show, but nowadays it's the trip. It's the trip in. It's the trip to the host city. It's doing different wrestling events while you're there, whether they're WWE or not. That's all part of it. And look, I get that WWE is bringing everybody to the city. They want their piece of the pie. I think that there's something to that. I really do. But you don't want WrestleMania to become the Super Bowl, like where it's an event that is huge, yes, and a lot of people will watch, yes, but you don't see like diehard fans of these teams playing the Super Bowl like going to get Super Bowl tickets because they're so crazy expensive. So you get people there that can afford the tickets and that want to be around that event, but maybe aren't that invested in like the product itself. It's less important for football because it's a real sport. It's a game. In wrestling, like you need that audience investment. You need people there that care about what's going on in the show and that have seen the show and that know, like that's such an important piece of that puzzle. And WWE has to be careful with that at WrestleMania. They need to be careful about that with the Royal Rumble too. I mean, look, they may have something up their sleeve here, right? Maybe they're going to do a Rock Cody match at the Royal Rumble. Who knows? Who knows what they have in mind? But at some point, people aren't going to buy these tickets anymore at these prices. They're just not. And like, it may be 5 years. It may be 10 years. You may be still able to like uptick and little by little raise these prices. But at some point, just like it did with the Super Bowl, regular fans aren't going to buy these tickets. And that WWE should be ashamed of that. They should not be what they want. Get your money. Okay. Like I get it. They're a business. They need to grow. I understand, but there has to be some recognition here with these ticket prices. And right now these Royal Rumble prices are crazy. So, I mean, on one hand, yes, you can get in the building if you want. And it's relatively cheap, if you consider $140 per ticket cheap. But again, those are high up there, real high up there. You go down a notch and now you're talking $600, $800 a pop. And that's insane. That's absolutely insane. Good topic, Michael. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. If you want to get another topic in, let me know. If somebody else has something they want to talk about, drop it in the live chat, drop it in your super chats. All right. Other news and nuggets from the day, or the last 24 hours, I guess we should say. So Cody Rhodes is going to be on ESPN's College Game Day tomorrow in Georgia. Big Georgia fan, as we all know. I wrote about this yesterday on Blue Sky, actually. So if you're on Blue Sky and you haven't followed me, follow me on Blue Sky. It's a pretty cool environment. I'm probably going to be leaving the old Twitterverse here soon. So follow me on Blue Sky. It's Zack Heydorn. That's it. My name, ZackHeydorn. I'll pop up. You'll see my little stunning wrestling artistry of Steve Austin book logo. Fun contest that we're going to do with that. Probably starting today through the weekend. So definitely check it out over there at Blue Sky. Okay. But I wrote this yesterday that that like one of the unheralded parts of Nick Khan, like being the presence that he is around the media world and around the talent world, and then having the role that he has with WWE is that like top stars get to do stuff like Cody is going to do on College Game Day. A lot of people view that show, lots. And Cody's going to get some really good exposure there. WWE's going to get some really good exposure there. And Cody's Cody, right? You know, we all know he's going to just kill it on a show like that. That's a given at this point. So I think I think that you know it's an important part of the WWE game now to like associate itself in big time spots like that. And you know, Nick Khan, like, say what you will about the guy, but he's helped open up some of those doors for WWE talent and for WWE as a company, and has helped kind of the the company shift into a more mainstream thing, you know, whereas, 20 years ago, there's no way that this would have happened. Like wrestling would have just been, it's like, stay away from that. And now it's so integrated into some of this big time promotional stuff. And as Andrew H says here, the cross promotional, cross brand. Yeah. I mean, it's fundamental to like, why WWE has been able to see such an uptick. They're everywhere. Andrew says here, I hope Saban heals on him. Oh, I love it. I hope he does too now. I'm going to be watching it tomorrow, just going to work. Come on, Nick. Get him. So that's tomorrow. And that's going to be an interesting watch. But again, Cody, when is he ever not delivering in situations like this? Like, it's just his thing. It's this thing. It's what he's always wanted to be. It's what he's always wanted to do. He gets to do it as the champion. He gets to do it making a lot of money. Like, this is, the absolute perfect, the absolute perfect thing for him. So yeah, it's perfect. So that'll be tomorrow night. So tomorrow afternoon. So don't miss it. Don't miss it if you're a big Cody fan. All right, some other WWE rumors, and this is from WrestleVotes. Paul Heyman is possibly heading back to WWE television soon. WrestleVotes reporting that he's going to be back on TV, maybe not until after Survivor Series. It makes you wonder how long they're planning on going with this Bloodline versus Bloodline storyline. Like, if he's not going to come back. If he's not going to come back ahead of this match, that tells me that there's still a layer of this story where we may see, the Wolfpack bloodline, the new bloodline, win in War Games. And it's going to take the Wise Man coming back to get that team on the same page. I don't know. So again, it's just rumor. It's WrestleVotes. They're pretty reliable, but something to think about. And I just, it makes you wonder. It makes you wonder, like, what's on tap with that. Also, another rumor here. Where did I find this? Oh, yes. The rumored main event for Saturday night's main event coming up in December, Cody Rhodes defending his world title against Kevin Owens. What do we think about that? I don't know. I don't think that can be. I just don't think that can be like the big match at Saturday night's main event. That to me is just like a regular SmackDown match. We've already seen it on pay-per-view this year. He really has to. Change what this story is, because it's really a Kevin Owens against Randy Orton storyline at this point. And, I think that's a pretty quick pivot for Cody, even if Cody's in there trying to like, whatever, defend Randy's honor or whatnot. Like, it's all pretty quick. So I mean, I can see this match happening at that show, but I think that you have to have something bigger than just this if that's where they're going with it, and if that's what the plan is. So interesting match, yes, but it tells me that they've got something bigger planned on Raw, or they have a bigger idea to do with the Bloodline, as like the true main event of the show. So something to think about. Last but not least, as Andrew mentions here in the chat, Wrestle purists out there this morning with the news that Becky Lynch is expected to be back for the Raw on Netflix launch. No surprise there, right? I mean, that's the time to bring her back. You first of all, you're looking at, or reportedly going to 3 hours, for that show or close to it. And like that alone is the reason to bring all your star power in, because you've got 3 hours of television to produce twice a week. But really, I think this is less about that and more about, hey, like this is our whatever $5 billion deal, right? It's our biggest platform. It's our biggest, reach that we've ever had as a company. We're on Netflix. We're on the biggest streamer in the world. We need all the top stars that we have, and that includes Becky Lynch. So this does not surprise me in the least that they're angling for her to come back right now. So. And I think it's going to help the show very much, from the perspective of she's a big star. And I think she's, I don't know who she works with on Raw at this point. It seems to me that like she's worked, and this is on SmackDown too. And it's with a lot of the 4 horsewomen. It's like they've worked with everybody. There's nobody left. They've worked everybody. So they got to think of something new for her to do. And I wonder like how much more they can actually get out of like the man gimmick. We'll see. But I mean, either way, she's a top star. You got to have her back. No surprise there. Okay, before we get into SmackDown tonight, Michael's got another question for us and says here, do you think Paul Levesque will be replaced in the near future? Have you enjoyed his creative? So no, I don't think he's going to get replaced in the near future. It doesn't. I mean, it doesn't seem like it, right? I mean, it seems like he is fully entrenched as, the creative guy in that company. He's got his fingerprints everywhere. He's got his people everywhere. And the shows are doing well, they constantly break records. They constantly break gates. They are selling out tickets for now, even at these insane ticket prices. So, and stars are getting over, I think, you haven't had that like major creative miss with Paul Levesque yet. A major one. Yeah. There's been little things here and there that either haven't added up or didn't work very well. But overall, like, I think he's got, the rosters lined up in a way that you want them. Heels are getting booed. Baby faces are getting cheered for the most part. And really the proof is in that pudding. People are watching. People are showing up to the buildings. People are interested in the pay-per-views. Business is good. So no, yeah, I don't think so. I don't think there's any reason to think he's going to be replaced anytime soon. Have I enjoyed his creative? Yeah. Collectively, I have. Yes. I think he's been a little safe. I think he's, I don't think he's had that like signature storyline yet, like that, Vince McMahon has had a bunch of them, he did it for so long. Like he's had those big storylines. He's had those major matches and Paul Levesque hasn't really had that yet. I mean, I guess Cody finishing the story is a pretty big one. But in terms of like just true creative from the brain of Paul Levesque, like, I don't know that we've seen that yet. But maybe we won't. Like maybe like those kinds of stories aren't available to WWE anymore because they're more of a content provider than they are, storytelling machine. Even though that is the content, like it's more important to get content out quick than it is to like draw up like very intricate and deep storylines. And I think Paul Levesque has kind of walked that line pretty well. So yeah, I've enjoyed his creative top to bottom. Yeah. So Michael, if you're hoping that he's going to be gone soon, I don't think you're going to get your wish on that front. Sean's in the chat, says, Zach, appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, Sean. Thanks so much. And he also says, I'm excited about Becky Lynch coming back for sure. That's going to be a common sentiment, I think, for a lot of WWE fans. Like Becky Lynch coming back. That's big. It's big. She's been gone for a while. That'll be a needle mover for a little bit. And she won't be going to AEW, which, was rumored too at some point. All right. We got a few minutes left here. Let's talk tonight's episode of SmackDown. They don't got too much promoted for this. First off, the Motor City Machine Guns will defend the tag team titles against Street Profits. I think this is going to be a fun match. I wonder if we get a Montez Ford heel turn here. Or an Angelo Dawkins heel turn here. Like, it seems to me that they've been leaning into the Street Profits being disgruntled, and a loss may send one of them over the edge. Like, that's my thought here. So I'm looking forward to the match. I think it's going to be a good match, and Motor City Machine Guns get the W. They're also advertising Nia Jax versus Naomi for the WWE Women's Championship. Naomi getting her title shot here. Christopher Leclerc is in our chat, looking forward to this match. Christopher says, I am looking forward to Naomi versus Nia Jax for the WWE Women's Championship tonight on SmackDown. Well, there you go, Christopher. Yeah, the whole storyline around this is going to be, is Tiffany going to cash in? Is she going to be around? Where is she going to be lurking? I think that's going to be a big part of this match. I expect Nia Jax to win, and I don't expect them to do a cash in. I need more of that Starbucks coffee. I had my Christmas cup around here, and it's not here anymore. It's downstairs, and I need it. So yeah, I fully expect Nia Jax to retain the title here and move on. I mean, the storyline is with Tiffany. That's the angle that they're playing here. So this is more of a means to an end on that than it is like an actual, storyline in and of itself. So I fully expect Nia Jax to retain the title. We'll also have to see what happens with the bloodline. Like, do we get any bloodline developments? Do we get, is there another chapter in the Fifth Man story? Like, do we see any hints as to who's going to take Fifth Man spots on both of the War Games teams? We'll see. Raw is already taped, so and we're not doing spoilers here on the show. We'll talk about Raw on Tuesday next week. We'll preview it on Monday, but it's already out there. So whatever happens tonight has to fit into what they've already recorded, obviously. So I wonder, we might not get a lot of bloodline stuff at all because of that, because they've already shot a bunch of it for Raw. Jeez, why am I yawning? It's Friday. I gotta wake up a little bit here. My goodness. Hopefully you guys aren't yawning because of the show. No, it's just me. Up late, silly. So we'll see. But I expect them to address the bloodline in some capacity tonight. All right, guys, we'll wrap it up there. Thank you so much. Do me a favor and head over to Brass Ring Media. Check out our Substack newsletter. It's totally free. We write for it every day, and you can subscribe to it for free. It's our newsletter. It's got different content all the time, and just check it out and subscribe and follow us there, so you get all of our written work right into your inbox. Again, Brass Ring Media Substack is how you can do that. It's written work from me, a lot of it from me, and then others from the team. So check it out, Brass Ring Media Substack. We also have a YouTube channel. That's where all of our live shows live, and our recorded shows live there too. Subscribe there, and you get all sorts of content. It's free. We also have a podcast. All of our live shows and recorded shows live in audio form for people that just want to listen to that on their podcast app. So wherever you get your podcast, search Brass Ring Media will come up. And you'll definitely be able to check it out. That way, we also have membership at Brass Ring Media as well. If you want to become a member, head over to Patreon right now and you can check it out and get more content from myself and others. It's patreon.com/Brass Ring Media. I also want to point you guys to an interview I did this week for Sports Illustrated with Kurt Angle. Him and I had just a great chat about wrestling, reminisced about the Attitude Era, what it was like to work in that era, the business of that era, and how lucrative it was for pro wrestlers. Really fun conversation. So check that out. It's up on Sports Illustrated right now. Cool. Thank you so much. I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. Michael came in here with a super chat at the end, and I so appreciate this. Michael said, Zack Heydorn is the best. Keep up the great work and leaning into the wrestling community. Man, listen, that means a lot. We obviously, work hard to produce this show every day. And I love producing this show every day. And so it's really good to know that there's people out there that appreciate it, that enjoy it. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate it very much. On that note, have a wonderful weekend. Have a good Friday. Enjoy your weekend. We'll be back Monday right here, 11 a.m. Eastern with 1CS Daily live here at One True Sport. I am Zack Heydorn. You can check me out on Twitter at Zack_Heydorn. For now, I am at Blue Sky, though. Zack Heydorn on Blue Sky. Just my name, ZACKHEYDORN. Head over there and follow. We're going to be doing a fun contest today for my book. So check it out. Have a good weekend. We'll talk to you guys on Monday. See ya.